Amid the debate over the financial overhaul, it seems that everyone agrees on the problem.
We can't allow financial institutions, including those that take your deposits, to take risks that threaten the whole economy.
I agree with the White House. Hooray.
It's the solution that's tricky.
What both sides can agree upon is no bailouts anymore. Everyone likes to say it. The reality of how to actually achieve that goal is much, much more complicated.
Sewell Chan covers economic policy.
The question is whether, when push comes to shove, when you're in the next financial crisis, and one undoubtedly will happen at some point in the future, what will the government actually do?
Senator Chris Dodd's bill would make it so that financial companies that need government help in a crisis would get it, but the government would break them up. And in the end, the funding would come from the banks themselves, instead of from the taxpayers.
It will wipe out shareholders. We will replace management and board, and we'll make sure that we wind that firm down.
No rational management team would ever want it.
The law forbids bailouts. It couldn't be more clear.
But the enormous complexity of the issues involved has opened the bill to Republican attacks.
It is a bailout fund that sort of guarantees in perpetuity that we'll be intervening once again to bail out these big firms.
When Senator McConnell made the claim last week that the bill would not end bailouts, but in fact perpetuate them, it was politically a very striking statement to make.
The president, somewhat uncharacteristically, came out swinging.
He made the cynical and deceptive assertion that reform would somehow enable future bailouts, when he knows that it would do exactly the opposite.
The fact that these two men could say such opposite things is partly a reflection of how complex the bill is.
These are all, things that even members of Congress don't understand very well, if the truth be told.
The solution for Democrats is to try and make it very simple.
The question is, whose side are you on?
Succeed in that, and they have a strong chance of passing the legislation soon.
There have been about a half dozen to 10 Republicans in the Senate who have indicated all along that they are willing to talk, that they actually want a bill.
I think the rhetoric on our side has been over the top, and look, I've worked with Mark Warner.
The president's much anticipated Thursday speech near Wall Street to make his case for overhaul, as well as the push to begin debate on the Senate floor, are signs that the White House wants the bill to be voted on as soon as possible.
It really ups the pressure.
There is a sense of, now that the crisis is over, let's go back to business as usual. And what I've been saying consistently is we have to change business as usual.
Yet even if it passes, nobody knows exactly the effect that this bill, or any measure, will have on the next financial crisis.
Will the credit markets be convinced? That's the big question.